Hello, welcome back to Heretic Tarot. My name is Liz, and I will be guiding you on this journey today. This is a reading for the 6-2 human design profile. If you don't know your human design profile, there is a link in the description for you to get your human design body graph. And one of the bits of information on there will be your profile. Also, be sure to check out your zodiac sign readings. Those are all up. And of course, I would absolutely love it if you subscribed to my channel if you haven't done so already. I'm glad that we're all here. Either way. So I didn't have a plan for the spread. I was just going to take the cards that came out. I don't shuffle reversals into my decks, but if they come out in the reverse, we take them that way. So we have the Ten of Swords in reverse, Justice in reverse, and the Moon in reverse. I was just going to see if I could get maybe one additional card, and I don't take the flippers. I only take the cards that come out because we want commitment. There we go. Ace of Cups. Hell yeah. I just knew. Not that this is bad by any means, but I'm like, I knew that there was something else. Something good coming. And the Ace of Cups came out. You know, I've like literally just had to kind of sit with these cards for a couple minutes. And I feel really effing calm. So, I mean, that tells me that whatever this situation is for you, it doesn't feel like there's a ton of discomfort, but you're definitely and clearly working through some shit. So, you know, the Ten of Swords, tens are completion. Swords have to do with our mind, our mindset, our beliefs, truth, honesty, but like objective, divine truth and honesty. How we communicate those things. I also see swords as being the suit of ego, because that's generally where we hear our ego, is in our minds. And our ego is created by the stories that we attach to experiences, circumstances, and it becomes our belief system. It becomes our temperament, our personality, why we do the things that we do, why we don't do the things that we do. Right? It's like that, the filter, like we consume content, we consume, you know, the content of our lives. It goes through the filter that we've created, that is our ego, and then it kicks out a story based on all those different variables. And all of that can be changed often by inserting truth. So in this depiction of the Ten of Swords, there is this figure laying on the ground. They have 9 swords sticking out of them. They look like, you know, they're reaching out. This person has a sword in their hand. So there's so many different ways that can go, right? Is this person coming to put this person out of their misery? Are they helping them? You know, like the one sword that they have in their hand, did they use that to help this person? Because where do these other 9 swords come from? Or are they part of the problem? Either way, though, however that would fit, this is it. There's some sort of like mental mindset, way of thinking, way of perceiving a situation that is nearing a conclusion. Although it is in the reverse. So, you know, the reverse is like basically the opposite meaning of the card. So it's kind of like, are you resisting change? Are you refusing to believe a truth about somebody in your life, people, groups, places, things. Even too, like giving somebody so much power to where they could take you out. Because wow, actually, like if these 9 swords are past things, like the circumstances, the experiences, right? The stories. And if this one person has the power to insert another belief into you, with it being in the reverse, don't let them. Whatever it is, too. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be a person, but it could be, something that you are mentally invested in. And, allowing that thing to affect your mindset, to even bring up old shit, right? Like, I mean, just start disturbing those other swords that have been sticking in you, which would hurt, That's what a trigger is. Very interesting. Justice is Libra. The moon is Cancer. We have these 2 air cards and these 2 water cards over here. But justice is about the scales balancing, fairness, karma, accountability is coming to mind. So with it being in the reverse, again, right, it's like the opposite of that. So unfairness, dishonesty, like trying to like almost trying to like strategize through a thing, but it's like not based on any level of truth. It's based more on like motivation, what you think you deserve, which could also be based on, again, past beliefs. And it's like almost it would be taking things out of integrity. And then the moon in reversed. Generally, the moon talks about things that are hidden, uncertainty, but also like co-creation, like learning to work together. And what is so interesting too is that, like, when I was sitting here just kind of staring at these cards, I was noticing how, on the 10 of Swords, it looks like those are both male presenting. On the Justice card, it looks like female presenting. On the Moon card, there's a female and a male. So, this doesn't necessarily have to be like relationships. It certainly can be. This is kind of like the straw that breaks the camel's back. This is somebody who's not really taking responsibility or not holding somebody accountable to something. And this would, with them being in the reverse. I mean, I know I have them upright right now, but with them being in the reverse, right? And then the Moon card is, again, like allowing things to be swept under the rug, not seeing the truth of the situation, kind of allowing like your subconscious to dictate reality, right? Because it's like, I don't want to really see the truth because I don't want to feel what that means, right? Like, but in this Moon card, right, like they are, both of their energies are, kind of going up and like wrapping around the moon here. So there is this energy about the masculine and feminine. It could even just be the masculine and feminine within yourself, because we all have masculine and feminine energies, right? Like, and it is very common for those to just get out of whack. There is a lot of information to be found here anyway, because, like what is trying to be hidden here? Are there fears that you are overcoming? I mean, it certainly looks like it with the Ace of Cups over here. Not to mention the Ace of Cups, look, it looks like a crescent moon too. So there could be, and both of these cards, the Justice card and the Moon card, talking about truths in some sense, because justice, they're usually holding the sort of truth. They're with the scales too, right? Like there is no opinion based anything, right? It's got to be like when you think about court or whatever, right? Like court cases, you have to prove with evidence or enough circumstance to where there is no other possible explanation for something, right? But you can't just go in there and start throwing out conjecture and hearsay and blah blah blah, right? I mean, if we all watch the Amber Heard thing with the hearsay um thing, right? Was that Amber Heard? Um right? Like you can't just go in there and start saying shit. You can't just start throwing out opinions and throwing out beliefs and just expecting people to believe them. So it's interesting that both of these cards do talk about truth. And then, like I said, with the Ace of Cups, like this is something brand new. Whatever this process is for you, you know, it could just be like recognizing where you are holding yourself back mentally. It could even be somebody else holding you back. You know, like maybe they're just again, just kind of jiggling those swords. Like, but whether it's intentional or not, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it kind of does. If it's intentional, then I mean, yeah, you should probably consider not having somebody around like that. But if it's unintentional and based on like their own fears and their own shit, right? That now they're kind of like projecting or like, you know, like putting on you a little bit. But then at the same time, it's bringing up shit for you too. So it's like this cycle. Whatever this process is, it is going to bring you to a place of clarity. I kind of want to, I don't think I've ever read from the book about the Ace of Cups. So it says the Suit of Cups deals with emotions and matters of the heart. The Ace of Cups is about that initial burst of emotion when a relationship is fresh and new. In drawing this card, I wanted to capture the idea of that emotional rush, its wild and untamed nature. The waters of the soul explode forth from the woman's solar plexus. Even if you're not emotional solar plexus defined person, right? The waters of the soul explode forth from the woman's solar plexus, the core of emotions in the body. They wing their way towards the goblet held in her outstretched hand. But they could easily miss their mark. This energy is still young and new. It is primitive and unpredictable. Who knows where it could lead, or if it will flow for reward or ruin. The Ace of Cups shows up in a reading when we are in the process of getting in touch with our feelings. It can also be referring to a strong attraction that is developing or about to come into your life. This is the time to let your heart be heard. Logic will not help you in this situation. The Ace of Cups sets the stage for establishing a deeper bond in a relationship, whether romantically or platonically. In order for this to happen, you need to let down your walls and let your feelings be known. You will also have to invest your time and yourself for this to become a reality. Mm-hmm. And the card about logic, both of them are in the reverse. So we have the Three of Wands. Actually, yeah, but I wanted to see what was at the top of the deck too. Nine of Wands, the Fool. Six of Cups, Death. The Three of Wands, your ship's coming in. This could be information coming in to you too. Motivation, excitement, adventure, looking forward to something. The Nine of Wands is like the wounded warrior. I mean, we can see them, you know, like they're kind of hanging on to this one wand here, clearly beat up. But the message with the Nine of Wands is that like you may be beat up and two, it is a card about taking a rest, recognizing how important that is, because you do need to heal. And especially it's coming in between the Justice card and the Moon card that's in the reverse. So it's almost too like allowing your motivation to heal. Like however you have been motivated in the past, this could also be burnout in some capacity. Allow yourself to rest, however that looks like for you, right? I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be sleep unless that is exactly what you need. But it could just be taking a couple days away from your daily hustle, however that looks. Um, Allowing yourself to watch a movie or watch a few episodes of a show and just be totally invested in it without whatever, being on your phone, researching things, thinking about things, whatever, right? Um it could be, of course, like reading a book. It could be whatever, going to a movie, going to a coffee shop, grabbing lunch or dinner with friends. Whatever it is, it's like just different. It takes you away from the thing that is like literally burning you out. The Fool card, brand new beginning. And I love that it's between the Moon card and the Ace of Cups, because there is some sort of clarity that's coming from the Moon card. There is hidden truths being unveiled here. There is some sort of collaboration between the masculine and feminine energies happening too. The Fool is a leap of faith, trusting the process, a brand new beginning, surrender, leaving behind old shit, walking towards new shit. The Six of Cups and the Death card, like this is literally like death to the past. And that's even to like what we were talking about with the Ten of Swords. Whatever the old stuff is, whatever emotional attachment that you have to those things. And I'm not saying that it's easy, but I am saying that it's possible to be like, you know what, keeping those stories or even like emotionally feeling that this thing is going to go the same way that thing went, it doesn't help, because the Six of Cups is a card of the past, nostalgia, the way things were, what happened, inner child too. So really pay attention to what inner child is telling you to, and also reassure them, like, I'm an adult now. I can take care of you. I am taking care of you, right? But we do have to take these risks. We do have to express our emotions. We do have to express our thoughts. We do have to work through those limiting beliefs, like go past our glass ceiling. But we're safe, right? We're okay. And again, like with the Death card, something has to end in order for something new to begin. That has to be the Six of Cups, something from the past. Again, a cycle of behavior, a relationship, a way of interacting, a way of feeling about things. I also kind of love about like this invitation into the unknown, which feels very Moon card. But that is something new. Like, would you leave behind your past for the future? Not knowing, having no effing clue what is even in there, but literally just trusting, surrendering, trusting that the most perfect thing for you specifically is in there for your highest good. But the cost of it is going to be your past. I'd jump, hurl myself. YOLO. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I will talk to you soon.